shit was wild though.
We live.
We live.
What's good?
Hey,
What's
y'all.
good, gents?
Congratulations on my man. He went vegan, y'all.
Oh man, stop.
Who went
Just wanna
vegan?
say congratulations.
Stop.
The
man.
biggest motherfucker in the room.
Yeah.
You went vegan, bro?
I'm so big. I can go vegan.
Yeah, you have survived on Alabama meat for years, so I guess so.
Right, I got enough up still in my system if I can get away with it.
Yeah.
Hey man, but real talk, and you know, when you truly look at the science behind a predominantly plant-based diet, man, I mean the science is overwhelming. You know what I'm saying? And that was kind of my decision, dog. Real talk.
Here's my question, because I think the science is undisputable, and I agree. You know, the science is there, but give me your everyday. How are you gonna maintain not eating all the things that aren't on that? You know what I'm saying? It's like I can imagine doing it, but then it's like, man, Thanksgiving coming,
But
Christmas coming. What am I gonna do when I go home?
so here's the thing. So it's not like when people think of like plant-based shit. From what I'm 2 weeks in. Okay.
No doubt.
GMOs,
So
all
I, you know
that
what I mean?
shit.
Yeah. So it's not like I made vegan spaghetti. I made vegan lasagna. I made vegan meatballs the other day. Like I'm eating the same shit.
Right.
I'm just substituting that big ass all that depth in that steak with something else. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I got a
So all
question.
my proteins and stuff I'm still getting from the vegetables and all that.
Professor Fikes.
Boy,
Yeah, if you would allow me to. So my question is like, what you don't know the process that everything goes through nowadays,
Okay.
unless you grow it yourself.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know what chemicals are sprayed on it. You know what I'm saying? You don't know.
That's why being a conscious shopper of the plate. That's real talk.
Cause I said the same thing you said.
No, you're the drop shit.
Oh, you drunk? Oh,
But that's when you're like going back and really paying attention to the source of your vegetables, right? You paying the source of your fruits.
Right,
They could be good. That's where that organic come in at. When all the extra shit, this ain't no pesticides was put on this shit. You know what I mean? That's all that is.
Man,
You paying for that. I mean, granted, yeah, the easiest way to know it come out your backyard, you did it, motherfucker, you did it.
I heard if you don't eat meat, you start having freaky, crazy ass dreams, man. I ain't got time for that shit.
Who the fuck? What?
I don't know. I just made that shit up.
Fucking Beverly Hills fucking science shit is that, man. The fuck?
I think one of the big things is going vegan, and even one of the things I've been thinking about is okay, like when you go home, it sounds like you've been making all this excellent meals. That sounds great while you're here with things available. Like you were talking about going to Vegas here soon, and when you go home to Alabama, it's like when Mama put the table out, it's like, man, it's gonna be a little more difficult
It
to
ain't
make.
that hard, dog. Like, you right? I don't know yet. I haven't gone to anyone's house other than Johnny's. You know what I'm saying? He's a vegan too now, so I haven't gone anywhere other than that to eat. You know what I mean? So I don't know, but shit, you gotta have some sides with that shit somewhere. Ain't nobody just fucking cooking meat, motherfucker. Like,
but
you got
what's
some
up?
veggies on the side?
So you gotta.
What green beans don't have the ham bone in it?
Yeah,
We
yeah,
talking about black people,
yeah.
like,
No,
man,
yeah,
the
but-
macaroni and cheese got the this and the that got the that.
And that went into my decision trying to thing out, man. Honestly, dog, because if you look at that shit killing us. We died.
I'm with it though. You right.
Big time. Hypertension, heart
Blood
disease,
pressure.
blood pressure, stroke.
Yeah.
Man, my uncle, man, this joker loving to death.
Diabetes.
On top of that, he had a stent put in because of clogged artery. Right, we live high on the hog down in the south, right?
Yeah.
Turn right back around, he ended up having a stroke after because he kept eating the same shit that gave him the fucking heart attack. Now he done had a stroke. I'm not trying to live like that, bro. Like, if I could add 5 minutes to this fucking life, bro, just by eating right, then I'm gonna get my fucking 5 minutes.
Well,
nigga.
fuck
I'm not
5
gonna-
minutes, 5 more years.
I'm just saying, I'm not gonna
So
ask you that much shit.
basically, it's say like the doctor tell you, hey, you sick, you can't eat this. You know, you don't need to cut back on fried food. So basically, it's just a lifestyle change.
That's all.
You just doing it on your own without the
Which
doctor
is the
coming
best
to you
way.
telling you.
I think the biggest thing, and I said this to my wife just the other day, we got to get past, I got to get past, and I think all of us as Americans and stuff, especially now, food being a thing for pleasure and flavor and enjoyment instead of being a source of
Of
sustenance.
substance.
Because we don't even think about,
No.
at least I don't. When I look at food, I don't even care what it's doing for me as far as sustenance.
Yeah.
What's it taste like?
The macros, the micros.
I don't
you look
even
at that,
think about
like,
the
yo, that
fuel.
shit tastes good, and you want to put it in your face.
I don't even. So that's what I want. That's what I was thinking. I need to change my mindset and say,
great
hold on, I'm
point.
eating
That is the whole
to fuel
process.
my about
He
it.
got. He probably has to mentally fuck his mind up and say, "I'm eating meat.
Well-
I'm eating meat."
Hey, I
Just to
saw
say,
it.
you know
Well,
what I'm saying?
at least I can say this. At least I can say this, right? He don't
Hey,
eat
some of
meat.
that meatless stuff be good.
He saw me
It's
2
more
in the
chicken.
morning.
Yeah, 2 in the morning.
2 in the morning at the fucking Waffle House.
Fucking hash
Eat
browns.
grits.
Grits.
Grits and hash browns.
See, when you go vegan, you do weird shit like this,
Grits
people.
and hash browns.
But I could have went in there and got, plenty of that pig.
But I'm just
Yeah.
saying though, he ain't eating meat, so that's more chicken for us.
Tell me, I got it.
Hey,
He don't eat meat. More chicken.
I'm going through it, man.
I'm telling you, bro.
It takes a lot
Still
of,
dropping shit.
to me, it's like,
You gotta do that preparation.
oh shit, hold up. We
I
rude
know
as
it.
fuck, man. Introduce
Oh,
yourself.
yeah. Ohio Mr. Buckeye over there. Don't slap him, TJ.
Ohio State and the Washington Redskins. What
Yeah,
the
yeah,
fuck
yeah.
is going
It's a
on?
little-
Well, at least one of them teams good.
So who are you, man? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Charles, with the group. We all retired military or former military, and member of the community around here. Just come out to, share my little life.
Tell
here.
them about your fishing skills.
Oh yeah. I actually taught this guy from Alabama. I tell him where my
Boy,
spot's at.
stop. Boy, stop.
Yeah, we get it in out there.
Yeah. Hell yeah. You do your thing.
It's a little bit too cold right now, but we get it out there.
Hey, 70 degrees tomorrow. What's up?
Oh,
So man, hey,
Man.
take off.
let's talk about Mr. Forehead himself and this bullshit that he came up with. If you don't know who we
The
talking
man,
about,
you gotta get him on that.
we're
Oh,
talking
you gotta
about
pause
Mr.
right there.
yes, Mr. Forehead himself,
That
Mr.
guy?
Stephen A. Smith. The question we want to raise, is he wrong or right for saying it? Let's just show a little clip off first, man, and we're going to talk about it a little bit right afterwards.
Question what Max has acquired. I'm certainly not here to question Howard Bryant, an outstanding job he always does, and the information that he has. And I'm quite sure to some degree we have the same information. Ladies and gentlemen, in my hand, I have two letters. This one here, examination, waiver, release, and indemnification agreement. This was signed by Colin Kaepernick in 2011. His signature's right there. That's what I have. This is the agreement supposedly sent to him and his team last week, without his signature. And the only difference, it appears, from what I've read, is that in paragraph 8, the lines are added to NFL, the NFL Ventures Inc., the NFL Ventures LP, and its direct and indirect subsidiaries. And then there's a paragraph here, 10, that didn't exist on a waiver that he signed in 2011 that says, I
Yeah,
acknowledge that
Max,
neither
look at
this
that,
agreement nor my
bro. That's your
participation
point.
at the camp creates an employment relationship or otherwise constitutes a promise of current or future employment with the NFL, the National Football League Drug Advisors, the National Invitational Camp Inc., the National Football Scouting Inc., or any of the 32 NFL teams. In other words, you're not guaranteed a job because of this workout. And essentially what it's doing is protecting the NFL from injury. Now, in my conversations with the NFL is making the case that this is new. We've never done this for any particular one player. So what we did was we added that paragraph because it's strictly protection against him getting injured and therefore filing a lawsuit against us for workers' compensation and things of that nature. He would still feel free. He would still have the freedom to pursue a lawsuit or whatever the case may be for something that's non-injury related if you have a beef with the NFL. That is the NFL's position. I have not heard from Colin Kaepernick's people, which I find very interesting, Max Kellerman, because I had heard from them all the time. I have texts spanning 2 months plus from Colin Kaepernick's people, but the day leading up to the workout and the immediate aftermath of the workout, I haven't heard from a soul. That's point number 2. Point number 3, when I sit up there, and I sat here yesterday, and I spoke about how his points are eradicated. I'm not talking about the kneeling. I'm not talking about the protesting. I'm a black man, you idiots. You think I have a problem with a man that is kneeling and protesting racial oppression and police brutality? Do you know anything about my history in 25 years in this damn business? From the New York Daily News To the Philadelphia Inquirer, to CNN, to Fox, to ESPN? Do you have any idea about my damn background and the fights that I have taken on behalf of African Americans throughout this nation's history? Do you have any idea who the hell you are talking about? T.O. sends me a damn text just now. T.O., how many times have I come to the defense of Terrell Owens? Okay? How many times have I talked about how unfairly he has been maligned? How people have insulted him?
I
How
seen
this
the
man
other one, the
deserved to
first
be a
one.
first ballot
This is
Hall
the
of Famer.
rebuttal to that.
But by
Yeah.
the way, T.O. wasn't asking to be, to go into the Hall of Fame ceremony or anything like that. T.O., Terrell Owens, is the guy that deserved to be a first ballot Hall of Famer that was maligned unnecessarily and unfairly, and I pointed that out. Now, why do I bring stuff like that up? Because what this issue has come down to, and supposedly Jay Williams, the NBA Countdown, wanted to be here. My brother, I wish you were here. I'm sorry that you couldn't be here today. I wish you were. Because here's my issue. Black folks in America, I want you to hear me and hear me good.
There you go.
When I pointed out that Colin Kaepernick's actions on Saturday eradicated anything, I wasn't talking about the kneeling. I wasn't talking about the protesting. I was saying your proclamation that you desperately wanted back in the National Football League from your camp, that you wanted the opportunity to be employed by the NFL again to play football. I said your action Saturday got in the way of it. You can debate the waiver all you want to. For all I don't know whether it's true or not, I haven't. I'm not disputing it. That's for the NFL to do, Colin Kaepernick's people to do. We're going to be fair-minded. We're going to point both sides based on the information that we have available to us. What I am saying is, at the end of the day, here's what doesn't matter. If you show up to a workout with a Kunta Kinte t-shirt on, if you have the workout after bucking their offer on Saturday, then you have the press conference thereafter where you take no questions. But you're looking into the cameras and you're antagonizing the NFL to tell them to stop running, that we all know the truth, etc., etc. What you're doing is getting in the way of your own aspiration to get back. And hold on.
What if he was advised not to sign it and this...
So
We're
Molly come in.
gonna stop it right there, man. And I don't know, man. I just want to ask y'all. I don't know if y'all seen the first one. This is obviously the rebuttal.
They was getting
to
at
this.
him, right?
Yeah, because he done got all types of tweets. Stephen A, you fucked up. Your hairline's jacked up. No barber can ever fix it. Type shit, right? So, how do y'all feel about that? Like, what's your
About what part? About Cap in general, or
well,
about
what his comments was
about,
from the first time to now. Like, do you feel like he was wrong? Do you feel like he was right?
I think he painted himself in the corner early in the situation.
Yeah,
because he got on
defended his
Instagram.
Yeah.
And he kind of made, so now he's painted himself in the corner. And that was before some facts were even available.
Right,
anyway.
that's what I said earlier. He said
So-
that before all the paperwork even came out.
Before that was even, before
Right.
he was citing this and reading that, he
Yeah.
got on Instagram and painted himself into this corner that said Cap had just done this horrendous thing, right? And that's back when the story was Cap just didn't show up. So I think that's what he did. And now he's got to, back that up. He's still got to play his persona. So I think what he's doing is making very valid points, but he's just standing up into the spot where he painted himself at because he's Stephen A. He still has to be controversial. If Stephen A. only called a good game and only made
So his facade's
He
taking
wouldn't be
over,
no-
basically.
so
Okay.
he's just taking that role. But he has a point. And we ain't talking about
Yeah.
Stephen A. We know Stephen A. is, he kind of
Open up.
L7 a little
Yeah,
bit. You know what I mean? You got to
yeah.
keep it. He goes off the rails a bit. We ain't talking about some other commentators. We talking about
Right.
Stephen A. So
Right.
I think that's what his problem is. He just said something
Too quick.
too quick, and now he's got to hold this armor up to. You know what I'm
Some
saying?
people say that's his New York state of mind. I don't know. Maybe it's an East Coast thing.
Oh, boy, stop.
I want to know what y'all feel about Cap. I mean, we don't know everything.
Well,
but-
with Cap,
yeah, I want to know how you feel about Cap.
I'm cool with
Is
that.
he gonna
like,
play in the NFL?
I believe he will.
His lawyer just put out there 2 teams still very much interested.
Chicago Bears got to be one of them.
You would think. But I don't know, bro.
Hey, shit. If he kneeling
I don't
for
know if he
police
gonna
suits
play,
and
bro.
all that, boy, he
Redskins
sure
will
gonna be
take-
kneeling in Chicago.
Redskins will take these out by now.
He be leaving the league.
I think whoever get him, man, I think the owner just gonna have to be one of them owners that's gonna be like, look, It's about my team, my club.
The
fuck-
only person
fuck
I
y'all.
see doing that is Robert Kraft.
Like, and I don't care about none of y'all. This is what I'm gonna do.
Robert Kraft don't give two shits.
Yeah, but New England is not hurting enough to even want that exposure to.
It's not even to that degree. I think
they don't give a damn.
Yeah.
They're so above like football politics, it doesn't matter.
yeah,
Like, shit,
he's
we
just
don't
like
even.
owning a buck system.
Do we even remember?
Yeah.
Do we remember the fucking 4 games that Tom Brady sat out because he was going through the court case? Nobody talks about it.
Shit, they took Antonio Brown. Man, after this whole thing was just getting
But
started.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
You know,
saying.
quit.
But it
Everybody wanted they got a reprieve. Fucking Randy Moss.
Yeah.
Fucking all these big
if you
time.
stick with the Patriots, you stick with the organization. I don't like them, but if you stick with them, they'll fucking hide you. They'll take care of you.
But I mean, and in the same sense, the way he handled that could have been done to his own detriment, right? To a degree. And I agree with Stephen A. with the fact of you could have handled it differently if you truly wanted to play. But in the same sense, that's not what Cap is trying to paint right now, right? I feel that he's trying to say, hey, look, yeah, I want to play, but I want to play on my terms. Now, everybody in the room is saying, including Stephen A., like, no, brother, it don't work like that. These folks got the money, they got the means. You want to play in their league? These are the things. But if that paperwork was vague in any way, his lawyer said it was vague, as far as the language was vague, it could have been interpreted as you cannot sue the NFL for nothing, then I wouldn't have done it either. And then why wouldn't they want media to be there?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm kind of like, yo, if the man, you want this man to come work out, show him, see, can he ball? If you think he can't ball, fucking bring the cameras. You bum. You can't throw.
I guess it can.
You know what I mean?
I like to bring the point up is just why are they doing this anyway? You know what I'm saying?
Out of the blue.
I mean, my team.
We got that shit. We got that shit on Tuesday. You
We
do it
got
Saturday.
we got that going Josh Johnson from Walmart. I mean, he pretty much worked at
Dog.
Walmart, and then we pulled him up.
He was bagging
So-
groceries at HEB,
You know what I'm
and the
saying?
fucking Redskins said, "All right, we need."
Yeah. So why would he have to go?
Have been out
through
the
this,
league
you know?
years.
If the league, to me, the league has some kind of ulterior motives. You know, somewhere. I mean, I'm not.
Yeah, the warden don't like it.
You know, so I mean, he shouldn't have had to. I don't think he should have had to do that. You know,
I
Should have
agree.
been A team that's interested, and it's got to be some peer pressure between the coaches or the owners.
But you
Hey,
know-
don't hire this guy.
The position he in right now, man, he did the kneeling. He didn't shook it up. So what he need to do now, he not really, it ain't called falling back in line, but at least get back in the league. Because then once he get back in the league, he can make everything that he was standing for a bigger picture. If he don't never go back in the league, after a while, some of that fall, it goes back. That kneeling falls back. If he get back in the league, and you know what I'm saying, to me,
No, because I mean he made a serious statement, and it once President Trump
get impeached.
once President Trump actually had made a statement about Kaepernick.
It got a whole new life.
Well,
to
Yeah,
it.
it kind of that actually just propelled it beyond. Because
Son of
oh
a
shit,
bitch,
the president want to
Yeah,
say some
'cause
shit.
that
Yeah.
shit was done the season prior to that. Like,
So-
why you bringing up this shit?
So I mean, it's like he had the platform. He used his platform. Man, I ain't never mad at somebody using their platform. It's just
just
crazy
needed a job back.
how they just blackballing the shit out of him because he's going against the machine, so to speak.
But that's
all
like
it is.
Hollywood and anything else.
Yeah, it's just like society, man. Everybody sees it. It's right there in front of you, but nobody wants to really admit it. Okay, why is he not playing? Is it
Bruh,
because he-
especially when you watch on Sundays and you see it. Phillip Rivers threw 4 fucking picks last night, and he's considered one of the elite quarterbacks in the league, bruh.
He's old.
What the fuck? Tom Brady, oh. like,
But
come
see,
on,
the
man.
thing, the
40
difference
times a
between
game.
Tom Brady and Phillip Rivers, Tom Brady still eats meat. Rivers went vegan, yo.
No, look.
Phillip Rivers
look
went
at,
vegan.
look at
I
Tom
wanna hear
Brady's
that
workout
shit.
shit, though.
I wanna hear that.
But that being said, though, right, you can't look at over probably half the quarterbacks in the league and not think this dude is better than fucking half of them. Even when he was playing. When his last 5 games of him being the starter, his numbers were still better than the fucking top half of half, to the
You
I say
right,
top
right.
half of the league at that time.
And he actually has a lot of comeback games.
Yeah. Like,
That shit, this is the guy that took over for Drew Brees.
come on, man. I'm like, what do
yeah.
you mean this guy can't fling it, bruh? He put, excuse me, goddamn coughing this shit. But he puts it out there, man.
Vegan.
Took over for who?
Drew Brees.
Yeah, Drew Brees was actually at San Diego for a little minute. Then he got his shoulder all jacked up. So that's when Phillip Rivers came in.
Oh, I thought we were still talking about
Yeah,
it.
no, it's
I'm like, wait, what?
But yeah, but I think
Yeah.
I think there's a team out there desperate enough because you got to look. And if you look at it from a business perspective, right? I'm thinking marketing. I'm thinking a deal with Nike that he got. I'm thinking jersey sales with my team logo on it that are going to sell out across the country.
Yeah.
And then you talk about the quarterback piece that he's a legit QB.
I think from the business perspective, just to play devil's advocate, you know I love to do that. But I mean, there's a cost that comes with that quarterback play that we're assuming would be outstanding, right? Let's just assume Colin Kaepernick, what we saw on film, a scripted workout can translate to the field, and he's a great quarterback. But you still have the chance, the risk involved with the whole Colin Kaepernick thing, because if he decides one time that I'm going to, like he showed up to the workout, that's like coming to your interview with a Kunta Kinte shirt on, which is cool, that's your right, Colin Kaepernick. But what when he decides to come to this with this on and cause some more story? Because what it looks like to me is that he's trying to be, I think somebody called him a martyr, but he's trying to get attention. I'm not going to risk my franchise. I'm not going to risk my fans and what I've built to give Colin Kaepernick attention.
But
there's risk involved.
I think, there's risk involved, but there's more risk right now, I think. Not to say risk, but I think there's so much attention of him not being in the league that if he was just sitting on somebody's fucking bench down there rotting the fucking way, and the team capitalized. But if you're looking at him, you're looking at him for a reason. Those teams that are truly looking, that need a quarterback right now, they're looking at him because they know he has a skill set to bring some of value to that team. And now I'm looking at it in terms of that risk versus the team winning, possibly winning. One, we don't know how he's going to perform when you see the speed of a game, right? But two, if you truly look at the fact that millions of people are galvanized behind this man for what he stood for. Now you got those who disagree for whatever reason, right? But you would get,
it's probably more
if you went to the Redskins, I'll buy a Redskins Kaepernick jersey. And I'm a Cowboys, so I fucking hate the Redskins.
So it's safe to say jersey sales would go through the roof if he did get on a team, huh?
Absolutely.
I think so.
I do too.
And I think so. And I guarantee you, the media hoopla would be good for, because people, Americans, we have short fucking term memories, bro.
Yeah.
We go, oh, Kaepernick got stopped by the Redskins.
I believe the stadium will be sold out regardless.
We'll forget. And then we'll forget about that shit until we get on the field.
But we also love,
and then we'll bring it up again and we'll forget about it again because somebody gets shot in a fucking mass shooting.
we love a bad guy too. And that's what the media has deemed him to be as far as from the NFL.
But you know what's funny though about that statement is that the facts don't support that argument.
Right. It doesn't.
And
that's what
for some people it don't matter. You
Yeah.
can't argue logic with fucking emotional people. And I get that, you know what I mean?
But when he gets on the camera and says, "Come on, NFL, you guys are scared. Stop running," in his black Kunta Kinte shirt, y'all don't think that's being y'all ain't got no feelings to that?
Yeah, so this is what I gotta say about Colin.
I'm gonna leave you in the scene, bro.
Yeah, the brother just stepped there late. You want to do something, bro?
Yeah.
We can't talk off camera, man. You're looking crazy.
I don't know if we can.
Big man, put him.
Oh yeah, we'll hook it up.
Let's get a chair, man. Fuck it. This shit.
There you go. Yeah.
My production skills are half-assed anyway. Get this shot, player.
Okay, what part?
Columbus.
It's enough about Ohio. Let's talk about
Let's hear your opinion.
It's enough about that. Let's get back on
slide
this
closer
today.
to TJ, bro. I'm gonna get you in there at least a little.
Come on, close.
But people thinking it's me. Like, man, who the hell behind the camera? You can't even see this, brother. There you go.
So this Kaepernick, man. Can we all agree? Didn't the NFL pay Kaepernick some money a while ago? Gave him a bag, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did.
Undisclosed amount.
Gave him a bag.
Right.
If you start looking at Kaepernick's whole story, how he grew up, he's biracial. I think he grew up in a two-parent white house because he was adopted.
He's adopted.
So if you, I don't think Colin Kaepernick comes from the culture. If you ask me, I think in this the fame position he got in to take a nail for the police violence, that's great. And then paid you your money, even though he kneeled. What has changed about the NFL? Not a motherfucker, nothing. Nothing has changed. So you took the money, they blackballed you out. Nothing has changed in the league. my question to him is, for one, why you dying to come back into the league? That's what I really want to know. If you got all this activism stuff going on, this and that, you going to Africa doing all this great stuff, why you begging to come back playing this league that shunned you out?
But it's a game you love, though, right?
And it make millions of dollars.
And did the game necessarily shine? His gripe wasn't with the NFL. That was just a vehicle he chose to elevate his protest, right? That was just that part of it. So his gripe was never with the NFL until they said, no, you can't play with us no more because you decided to protest. You're bad for business.
So my next question is, so if that's the case, then why not comply with what the NFL wanted, have a freaking tryouts in the Atlanta facility, and let that be that? You come on TV talking all this other rhetoric and is all this other this BS. If you want to play football at this point, because ain't nothing else gonna change.
Go ahead.
My bad. So you said one thing, like you said, he's biracial, and he grew up two white people home too. He was adopted. But the thing is, you don't know. You can't sit here and say just because he's biracial, he's still looked at as black, and you don't know what difference is. That's what stuck with me when you said that, because it's like you don't know what he still went through and the things that he had to go through. Because guess what? I don't care if your kids are mixed, or it doesn't matter. Like you still have to have that one conversation with them about, well, you can't do this if this happens. Or the police stop you, still have to have that conversation. So I mean, it doesn't really make a difference if he's biracial or not. He's still in America's eyes, he's black.
If you in America, if you're not black, where I'm from, if you're not black, you're white. So if you got if you got a black mama or a white mama, white daddy, and you biracial, everybody look at you as black anyway. Of course,
Right.
you got the dominant genes, so it don't matter if you got a white mama, white daddy, you're gonna have the dominant black genes anyway.
It's like roulette.
So
That don't matter.
Well, here's my thing, Mo.
Yeah.
Just I don't think here's a theory. I just want to try to mull this over. I don't think Colin Kaepernick. First of all, he's not from the people that he's trying to represent. He's not from the people getting shot by it. That's not his circle.
Right.
Colin Kaepernick had a good life. What's that one rapper say? Anyway, he had a good life. If you research his life, he was cool and comfortable.
Right.
So somebody gassed Kaepernick into doing that. This is my theory. Somebody told Colin Kaepernick, you are clean enough to where they're not gonna fuck with you. You might be black, but you ain't black. You might be black, but you ain't locked up, smoking weed, tattooed out. You, the clean Colin Kaepernick with the white parents. You can get away with this, and they gassed him. Because I don't think he feels that seriously about it. I'm telling y'all the truth. I don't think Colin Kaepernick is this big big about social injustice.
You're right.
I think he got gassed into it. The spotlight got so bright he couldn't escape it. I don't think Colin Kaepernick really is about this. I really don't.
I'm going to say this to that.
That's just I don't know.
If I'm a man, I'm not putting millions of dollars at stake for some stuff that I don't truly believe in whatsoever. I don't give a shit what it is. Hold on. Point one.
You good?
Even if it wasn't at stake, though. Hold on, bro. I'm thinking of
point number two, I don't think that who he's saying, hey, I'm standing up kneeling for police brutality and all that stuff, I don't think all that is irrelevant because he came from a wealthy background. I wouldn't care who did it, as long as somebody did it. You know what I mean? And that's what they did it for. I'm all for that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you got to be from the hood to say I'm tired of police beating up black folks.
You don't.
You know
don't.
What I'm saying?
I just think you got to be from a certain circumstance to really be ready to die behind it, or really ready to lose millions behind it. What I'm saying is,
The guy just came off a Super Bowl.
What I'm saying is, he was not standing up saying, I'm going to risk this. I'm willing to risk this for that. He didn't have that thought before.
Well, they didn't give him the opportunity to do so because
that's what I'm saying.
He been not standing for the anthem. It just got noticed. When it got noticed, he did that 3-4 games prior.
Yeah, it was a couple of games. What I'm saying is he never put it. He never had to. My fault. He never had to put it up. You were saying, I wouldn't risk millions of dollars if you wasn't thinking about it as a risk. Then yeah, so I'm not. So I'm going with the assumption again that he was gassed into this because nobody thought that he would lose his job and never get back in the NFL for kneeling. This is the same NFL where niggas will pull a cell phone out of their sock or T.O. grab the popcorn or you can get away and get your hand slapped and get back. He never risked his millions until it was too late, and now it's like, well, shit.
But the fact
that's why he wants to get back because he never wanted to leave. It wasn't about that.
No, but and your statement is somewhat true. So I found out earlier this week he dates Jane Fonda's daughter. Jane Fonda, you know what I'm talking? Is it Jane?
I know who
Fonda?
Jane. Yeah, I mean,
So I'm bringing up some irrelevant.
No.
that's not irrelevant at all, bro.
It's really not.
Who you got on your arm is not irrelevant.
No,
to me.
it has nothing to do
I
with
measure
that.
you by that.
He
How long
dates-
they been dating?
No, this is the whole thing. She's the girlfriend.
So did he?
She's
did
the
he
girlfriend
before,
that
before
says-
all this.
I'm just helping his statement because
Okay.
he said
His
somebody
point's valid. I'm just saying.
somebody put him up to that, and she's known to be into social views and stepping the.
Bro,
You know what I'm
y'all
saying?
not gonna give me that tonight.
Swear,
Hey,
how about-
I
Look,
read
now
it.
you wanna let-
No, how about this? How about
How
How about this though? How about
I'm
this
serious
though?
though. I read
Y'all
that
not
shit.
gonna give me this Jane Fonda daughter, May Kaepernick Neal shit.
Hold on, check this out though. Check
Listen,
this out.
no. His parents.
Y'all not gonna give me that.
I'm so serious.
Y'all saying he adopted, right?
That's a grown ass man.
Watch
Y'all
what
not
I'm
gonna give me
Those
that.
adopted parents that he got, cause he come from that good home, right? So you think at no
Y'all
time
sound like
before
them
he
motherfuckers
kneeled
on
to
Fox
anything,
News right
he
now.
talked to them. He talked to them
I
parents.
think I might.
And you know what they probably said?
Stage
You know what, son? You gotta do what you feel. You see what I'm saying? There's no doubt in my mind his parents backed him because they even said we back him because we know he don't come from our culture because they had issues by having him, raising him in their lifestyle.
Well,
they spoke on that.
It could have just been, hey,
So-
son, that's what you truly believe.
Yes, if that's what we support you
Whatever
because
your
we
decision
know
gonna be.
it's
not
a
just
difference.
your girlfriend
Man, I
dating a
didn't
black
say it.
dude in college.
It ain't about that. It ain't about that. What I'm saying.
Because
One
it's Jane
question that
Fonda
y'all
daughter
gotta
that
catch.
do workout videos.
I'm saying what he said.
He's a
It
workout.
made sense because you know what because remember she came out and said some shit, and then that's when that's when the ball really got rolling too. Before the Trump shit.
I remember that. No, that was after the Trump shit. Because I think the Ravens was about to sign him or something.
Jane Fonda daughter, one.
Alright, that's the first I heard that. That's how relevant that shit is.
Hey, Jane Fonda daughter working him out.
Hey, hold up.
Man, didn't show up.
Man, don't get mad because
I
I
don't
did
know.
my
I've been
Then it was too. Man, I'm telling you, bro.
But I think about this though, because often people forget, what I'm saying, that the game of life, it is a game. Let's just say that perhaps it's chess. Let's say he's playing chess. Let's say he didn't really want to get back in necessarily to play, but perhaps he just wanted to get the light so he could continue with his movement, which is bringing awareness to the injustice that goes on a day-to-day basis. So I'm saying perhaps his motive was more or something else outside of the box than we really know right now or have enough detail to be even able to
That would
get
make
full-
sense with the Kuta Kente shirt and saying,
Oh,
hey,
shout to it.
But still,
Yeah.
and then to
Because
that,
listen, I'm sorry.
how many years he got left anyway? Let's realistically in a 3-year break, right?
He don't
So
got many,
NFL quarterbacks, other than Brady and a few others, they don't really last that long.
Yeah.
He already sponsored by Nike, right?
What
He
school Tom Brady
already
go to?
he got what's that? He got Mad Lou to begin with. So the fact that he's even showing up, man, I think the brother still got a passion for the game, obviously. Whether they're gonna play at a professional level or the new XFL or whatever's coming out, and, But y'all missed me with that other shit. and I know I heard y'all right. It wasn't my vegan ears that made me hear that James Fonda bullshit. Y'all, I would never discredit that man's effort like
I'm
that.
not discrediting
That man gave
it.
up a lot, man. Now y'all can tell me
I'm
the only
not
reason
discrediting
Muhammad Ali they go to goddamn Vietnam because they weren't serving chicken sandwiches.
Give
me some other shit.
We gotta get off Colin Kaepernick, but I'm glad you brought up Muhammad Ali. I'm not
Y'all
even
better
gonna
watch
do it.
yourself.
I'm not gonna do it. 'Cause we gotta get off Kaepernick. We gotta get off. I got one question though. We sit here today. Colin Kaepernick has a chance, a slight one, but a chance to get back in the league. With Colin Kaepernick knowing what he knows today, take a knee 3 years ago.
Or to continue to bring awareness to what he started out in the first place. Like, hey, listen, there's a lot of shit going on to the point that I'm willing to risk whatever I need to risk to bring awareness.
Let me ask
How
you a
many
question
more going?
different.
How many more
Okay,
going
I
to
was
join me?
wondering
How many
what-
more going to
right.
follow me? How many
wanna
more
ask
going
you
to
different.
I got a
How many
caveat.
going to continue to move? How many
Not
gonna
that he will
push
continue to do
along?
the movement and like, okay, I'm gonna do it a different way to continue the movement. I'm not gonna do. I'm not asking that. Would Colin Kaepernick say fuck that movement if he was sitting here and knew what he knew today? With 3 years ago, would he say fuck that movement? That's what I'm asking.
I think if his convictions led him to do so, I think he'll still do it
You think he
because
would?
there's no convenient protest. You look at the guys in Mexico City, Juan Carlos and them guys, and put up the black fist. It cost them a lot.
Is he?
And they just getting recognition for that protest. How many years later? You know what I mean? So yeah, there's no such thing as a convenient protest. It's supposed to ruffle feathers. It's supposed to make the establishment of those who fucking, the people who feel oppressed to feel empowered because somebody of power that got a platform believes in us, right? And it's supposed to make those motherfuckers who violating those rights of those people be like, who the fuck is he? That's what protest is supposed to do. If not, it's just gonna be another motherfucker with an opinion.
That's my. Is he that convicted? Your opinion?
I don't know. I
know you don't know.
I don't know. But I'm saying for the
doing?
shit that this man has gone through, you have to believe it by
Is
now.
he that convicted? This is your opinion. Just, I mean, nobody knows. Yeah.
And I got a caveat to TJ question, but go ahead. Go ahead.
I think so. I think so. Only because, you know, like I said, he gave up a lot. He didn't have to. I mean, he could have kneeled and they told him, hey, don't do it no more. Okay, I ain't going to do it no more. But, I mean.
He kept on.
He kept on doing it.
And he backed it up, put his money where his mouth was at.
I would have to say, you know what?
I really feel like even if he wasn't.
He got some other players rocking with him,
some
though.
stuff that's happening.
He got the Eric Reason. I mean, he got people backing him. That's still like, hey, that's my man.
In the
and I know
now.
what
he can't help him no more.
But what I'm saying is people that's still like, hey, I know him personally.
The Michael
right.
Bay,
and this is what, this is. I know him personally. I really.
Point, I heard someone else I respect say that.
So they giving him that, like, you know what I mean?
That validation.
The validation. So I think now if he didn't have that, then maybe we could say, but. Because some of them people are the people that came from them Pee-wee leagues that wasn't, you know, upscale. They come from that hood life, but they back him, so they know him personally. So I would have to say
what I'm doing right now is I'm looking for Colin Kaepernick's number in my phone because he's the only motherfucker that can answer that shit.
Boy, stop.
You feel me? Like, for real.
Yeah, real talk. But that's why he said, "What's your opinion?"
I couldn't honestly. I can't say that because he did that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not him.
I'm gonna ask a key question right here. So, to everybody in this room, if you was in Colin Kaepernick's position, you had the chance to get back in the league, you want to play football, would you have handled the situation the same way you handled the situation last week when he tried out?
If I wanted to get into the NFL on my terms, yeah,
absolutely not.
If I truly wanted to play ball, then no, I wouldn't have done it.
Oh, okay. I thought that was the question.
No,
and
I answered both.
I think that's a good point though, because like you said, maybe he wasn't trying. You know, he knew he probably wasn't gonna play ball. So
he wasn't hurt for money.
He probably smelt the scheme from jump. Like, hold on, you gonna tell me on Tuesday to work out on fucking Sunday, where all the other fucking workouts across the league go to Tuesday. So you mean tell me on a Saturday? So on this fucking Saturday, right? What true NFL rep is showing up to a fucking Colin Kaepernick workout, bro? If you truly really want to sign this man, you sending your low level fucking video production motherfucker. That you forgot his name, he probably some fucking intern. Yeah. Hey, go check that motherfucker out. You ain't sending nobody no substance. Cause why? Because you fucking playing tomorrow. You sending your scrubs to that shit, bro. You're not gonna send nobody to fucking Atlanta.
With them playing, though.
But I'm saying though, if they was really trying to, the NFL, the teams didn't set that shit up. The NFL set it up, right?
Which is
hey, go send people down to go look at them. What the fuck is that?
Right. No, I get
you. A team could, Dallas Cowboys can work him out tomorrow if they want him to sign.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the point. Like, I think he smelt their fucking whole car. I was like, man, look, y'all trying to fucking play.
That's why he wasn't.
And then that's why he wasn't signing the shit.
So let me show with this shirt too.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
All right. You really trying to play me like this?
Yeah, he's like, yo, I peeped the show. He might even got wind. Yo, they trying to play you, Cap. He might even got wind. They're like, fuck it.
Hey, Kunta was a running motherfucker.
Kunta got his foot cut off. Do y'all see the analogy?
I still think Colin Kaepernick is a very calculated person. Before he got down on that one knee, I believe he had lawyers and everybody else in his corner who probably prescribed to him, okay, this could potentially jeopardize your career. At the same time, because your career be halted, you will still get some financial means that you through your contract.
Yeah, that's smart.
So I look at it from all angles, man. That's just making his stock rise. So I'm trying to figure out, Colin, with that money you got from the NFL, what you doing for police reforms and all, you know, what you doing? I know you're going over Africa, you donating, you doing all those good things over there, but what's really going on? That's all I want.
He out there in them streets, bro. What they say? The brother in them streets, dog.
I don't know if he'll get on that front line and, you know, take a bullet for what he believes in. Most people won't.
I feel like if you don't sit down with the honorable, you ain't ready to street.
I believe in it.
We hear you, Koofy brother.
I like to do vegan shit, but everybody get shot. You put a steak in front of me, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, wow, man. Hey, but great topic altogether, man. And we'll do a quick sub change, man. Something that's real near and dear all right, to a lot of us is that these black children, right? Everybody, well, most of us got kids, I would say, right? Or all of us, right? And the fact that, well, we're kind of in this small town, so we only seeing bits and pieces of it. But across the country, these black children are coming up missing in droves, like in droves, right? I'm sure some of those are probably runaways, what have you. But the mass majority of them cats, right? They coming up missing, get snatched up and yoked up.
We gotta say women too.
Yeah,
Black
well,
women
too.
Yeah,
Black women.
Yeah.
This is black women and children.
Across the fucking
It ain't the
country,
men.
yoked
It's
up.
black women and children.
And I'm gonna say something to that. I'm gonna tell you one of the main reasons why they probably get snatched up is because us being the first people to walk this earth. God was born. God was found. We ain't gonna go there. But anyway,
Go there. Nope. Fuck that.
You
Start
know,
there.
Put it on the table as we say.
You got me on the hook, the real
Hey,
Put it on the table. That's what we say,
I'm
right?
already there. I'm already there.
they say the first man or the first woman was found in Ethiopia, so I'll let that marinate in. But I really think people getting snatched up, and this has been documented before, is because of our organs of women.
Yeah,
We have
yeah.
stronger organs than the average person.
We
so,
can maintain.
it's not uncommon for a motherfucker that's a billionaire, millionaire to have somebody picked off. For example, cat that died in Georgia. Y'all remember it was a dude. He died somewhere in down South Georgia. They found his body wrapped up in a rug. In a rug.
Oh, yeah, the young cat.
When they did the autopsy, all his organs was out.
Talking about the wrestler, Matt?
Yeah,
the
all his
wrestler,
organs
Yeah.
was out.
They even took that extra bone in his foot that makes us jump high.
Right, they took all that.
I mean, I got it. Comic relief.
So I think that got a lot to do with it then too. We just gotta have more accountability for what's going on with our children, man. I think unfortunately, a lot of parents, mom and dads, have to work, and these kids out here coming home from school. You got the 17-year-old girl sleeping with a 24-year-old dude that's working in the Navy or working at a damn factory or something like that. So you don't know what your kids are doing. Social media, these websites like Tinder and all this other stuff, meeting up with people. Next thing you know, it's a lost cause. Your child be gone, you'll never see him again.
Do you think there's enough national attention, like going across the board about these things, or do you think we're not in every single market, right? I acknowledge that. I don't live in fucking Chicago, right? So other than me seeing it across my news feed on social media, I want to know what that particular, the news up there is reporting, right?
People don't care, man. I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you think about now, if you read the news a lot, look at statistics, white people, their numbers are dwindling, declining. So you got laws now who trying to push abortion, this and that, because you got African Americans and you got other minorities. I don't consider us a minority because that's a whole other story too. But you got other like Latinos, Hispanics, this and that. All this population control. So why would they care if our kids and everybody disappear? They people are decreasing at an alarming rate. White people are Caucasian people are decreasing.
Or something like
Yeah,
that.
they decreasing, man.
Yeah, they'll be the minority or the majority.
I think I saw the story come across my timeline, and I take everything with a grain of salt that comes across my timeline. Everything, even stories, atrocious ones, or things like kids being gone. It's like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? It's across my timeline. I remember, man, it had to be 35, 40 years now. In Atlanta, we had a bunch of kids go missing. Still, it was robbing. And everybody knew. It wasn't, did you hear about this? It was an emergency. Niggas was wrapping their kids up because it was really happening. It's a problem. Something is happening. But until it touches me, until I hear it from somewhere other than my Facebook timeline, I don't even fucking think about it. And that's the only place I've seen this story was on my Facebook timeline. So I haven't fucking thought about it.
So that comment that you just made, it's safe to say that's a problem with America across this nation.
Facts.
Because until it happens in our lives, we don't give a fuck about that.
No shame.
I ain't gonna say it.
It has to
in my
hit
life.
close. I'm saying it has to hit close to home.
I gotta
If
hear
it's
it somewhere besides Facebook as well. I mean, I ain't gonna say like my neighbor's kid, my daughter gotta get kidnapped, and my man's. I ain't saying it's gonna hit me. I ain't wishing
It
that.
sucks to be that, motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? But I gotta know somebody or see something or get a report or something other than my Facebook timeline for letting me know that I got a serious issue. I need to consider my
And that's
thoughts
the thing
and
is
feelings.
it's not important to America, the media. It's not news. It's not ratings. It's not bringing in ratings. These black kids are coming up missing. But let a white kid come up missing. We got to have the National Guard. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else out there searching for, which I ain't saying is wrong, But what I'm saying is it's not evenly.
Let me give you guys a flip side of this story too. Because what I also heard is that most of these kids that are missing are never even reported missing.
Yeah, I was reading on that, and they were saying a lot of it was.
The tanks come out for white kids because everybody knows we don't even report the damn kids missing, bro.
What they said about that was a lot of it was because
They
a
run
lot
away.
of black communities they have mistrust in the police. You know, so they don't want to get police involved.
Those are facts.
Those,
You
you know,
think about when you see, like if you in the hood, somebody that got shot, that shit don't even make the news the next day, the local news.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Then they talking about this dog they came up missing all the way across town, but they don't never like shit don't get
response
reported
time.
back in the hood. Yep, response time is a
time.
motherfucker too.
Yeah.
So I mean,
You know they got that movie out too on Netflix. I don't know if anybody's seen it. I haven't watched it
With,
yet.
Queen
Kerry
Slim.
Washington.
Yeah, with her son come up missing.
American
And the
Son.
cop is dogging until her white husband step in and was like, "No,
That's
fine,
a good.
I want to
it's
see
a
that
good movie.
Unfortunately, it's a good movie, but I'm gonna tell you where they fucked up at. When you sit here and put a black woman with a Caucasian husband, and for the purpose of the video, I'm not racist, right?
That'd be
Because
me. No, I'm kidding.
you know, I'm from the South, and you know, fortunately and unfortunately, I have uncles and brothers who got biracial kids, my nieces and nephews. I love them to death. But back to the movie thing, when you sit here and put a black woman with a white man in the movie, where their son gets kidnapped, you kind of fucking take the strength off of you. Why couldn't you have? Did you think about that when you saw it? Like, why you just couldn't have a black husband with this black woman and they son get kidnapped instead of having to have a Caucasian?
Threw me
my
off.
second baby mom's white, bro.
I'm saying what threw me off
Yeah,
was
okay.
yeah.
And ain't nothing wrong with that.
the black detective. The black detective.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Because I know from down south,
I mean, y'all gotta watch it. I
already know
wouldn't
how
give y'all
it
too
is,
much
man.
of the movie, but the black detective is what threw me off.
I haven't watched it per se, but I would say the
And the bullshit.
the
that
white
I-
savior in movies is nothing new.
And
One.
I-
And two, to that fact, shit, dad, white, mom, white, it wouldn't matter. America still see that kid as being
And
a
then,
black
then,
kid.
and then the
Like,
husband, the husband was a Fed, and he got treated like
Yeah,
bullshit.
yeah.
So now that part, like, get the fuck out of
But
here.
compared to the mother in the movie, for you guys that haven't seen it, the local cop in that movie didn't want to answer questions for their mom, but when she found out that the husband was white, and on top of that, in the FBI, everything kind of drastically changed. Which, you know,
But is it not
That's the
a
truth.
clear representation of
That
a
is-
yeah,
circumstance?
yeah.
And then there are a lot more interracial couples. So maybe the director of that film was trying to play that angle. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
mean, it was. It's a good movie, man. You know, they sent it to the white and black only water fountain. They sent it to an old part of the station, man, racist part.
But see, what really bothers me is if we're gonna really preach equality, you have to really, you got to be Barry White with it. You know what I'm saying? You got to be equality all the way around. You know what I'm saying?
Can we preach superiority?
You can, but I mean, equality is the same. Like, it's no. You, come on.
I'm still on my bullshit tonight. Can we preach?
you got quiet 2 nights in a row.
I'm on my bullshit.
I'm gonna say something about the whole. I'm gonna get back to equality, but I'm gonna say something about the whole kidnapping thing. In your city in Philadelphia right now, they got girls. They taking places like New York and Jersey and all that, and they dressing them up in the traditional Muslim attire, right? But the females have them wrapped up, so they're doing this, and those girls are becoming working girls and whatnot, kidnapped from the home. So it's all type of different ways these kids get put into things like that. Then back to the whole equality thing. I'm all for equality as well. But at the same time, I feel like if you're African, or for some of us that classify themselves as African Americans, whichever one you choose, I feel like you got to do what's best to put your people ahead. And what I mean by that is because everybody take care of their people first when it comes to anything. So if you out there, you want equality, equality should be for everybody, but unfortunately, equality will never be for us.
It's not.
And that's just what it is. So if you don't want to put your people first and take their issues and their problems up first before you go march with the Hispanics and the Mexicans and the Latinos and everybody else, I got no respect for you. But that's all I got.
I think that being said is, I think how we get there, that point, right, when people are just like, well, fuck it, you know, I'm gonna take care of the brother man first, or whatever the case, or the white man said I'm gonna take care of the white man first, is that when we say equality, not everybody's playing by the same set of rules, right?
Exactly.
Equality to you saying, okay, well, fuck it, everybody treated the same across the board. When the cop pulled me over, it shouldn't be no different than me or fucking, somebody else who got pulled over, right? That's equality. That means, institutionally, businesses, bank loans, whatever. You shouldn't be no redlining no districts. There shouldn't be no fucking gerrymandering because guess what? Every neighborhood should be able to prosper. But don't everybody's not playing about those same set of rules.
Not at all.
But then when you get that, what they be calling reverse racism, is that when you say, well, I'm going to take care of my community first, and then people are looking at that, because I'm debating a guy on Facebook earlier, we was talking about HBCUs and funding, how the Republicans blocked federal funding to the HBCUs today when nobody noticed because we was talking about fucking impeachment bullshit,
I mean,
right?
it's kind of like like they always say, black people, we're aggressive, right? If we go and say, they ain't giving us shit, fuck it, we gonna take it. They always took shit. That's all they ever done was take it. But if we say, fuck it, y'all ain't giving, we taking, we aggressive. It's a problem. What the fuck? What?
I am aggressive.
But
I am a
but
problem.
look,
You
that's,
know what?
but for us, that's bad. We bad. We bad for that.
And
Forget like that.
And caveat to that is everybody wanna say they wanna take this and take that, but niggas ain't gonna do shit. Nobody gonna do nothing. Nobody gonna do nothing. They gonna complain
Except
for
for
a day
to
or
each
two
other.
and get back to what they was doing.
Till we all come together.
So
That's
it
it.
shit don't matter,
We
man.
gotta come together.
Got to.
I used to ask this question all the time when I think about like Chicago, the killings, and
Hey,
even in
my
St.
bad,
Louis.
TJ.
No, go ahead, go.
And caveat to this, I ain't got no problem with racism because I feel like if you in your culture, you supposed to take care of your people. No problem with it. Go ahead.
Racist. No, but I was saying like I used to always ask the question. Like on the point you were making, like we're not really gonna do nothing. Like I think about like St. Louis with my man and down in Florida with the kid. Like all these black people, like man, we just robbing and killing and stealing. How come they don't, like, especially in Chicago? How come that ain't out in Ellenwood or some of these like somebody made Ellenwood up, but you know what I'm saying? How come we're not taking this crime? Because how hard are these niggas? Like these is so hard. If you walk down the street in these Brentwood type communities, they'll just get to you. You ain't got to worry about nobody shooting back. You ain't got to, if you that hard, how you ain't walking down the street of Brentwood, smacking everybody who walk by and just running their pockets.
Because people commit crimes next to with the people they live next to. That's motherfucker probably got enough gas money to go to Brentwood.
I get it, but I'm saying
just
these people,
statistically speaking.
how long does Zimmerman walk around, y'all? This is the question I'm really saying to these hard niggas that's out here killing people, killing brothers all the time. You a gangbanger. How does Zimmerman walk around for years after we watched him kill this boy, and not one of these hard thugs that don't care about life, that just kill each other, ain't do nothing? The cop that choked out Aaron Gardner, he's still. Oh, I'm just talking to these boys. Not that they right, but I'm talking to the thugs that's about that life, the teardrop niggas. Where are y'all when it comes? Like, okay, I'm not. I don't want to say this. The FBI is the extra crib. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not even recommending it or condoning it, all that. But I'm just saying, it seems like if we was really about it, like you said, if we was really gonna do shit, we ain't gonna do shit. Because if we would have, these type of people would be. Come on, man. Somebody with a YouTube live fucking Zimmerman up.
It just
You know what I'm saying?
It goes back to that grand scheme. As long as we keep the people divided, they will never be able to come together. And because if we all came together, we would be strong as hell. We'll be a force.
Yeah.
So I mean, that was the whole plan. As small as that plan was, back in the day, at the beginning of slavery, when they brought us on the ships, right? As small as it was just as small as, all right, we're gonna make this. This is his last name. Okay, this is his last name. They grand scheme was just for their last name to be carried on for years and years. Cause your last name, your last name, your last name, your last name is not your last name. But that was the small, minute thing. And then the bigger picture came to where, you know what, we're gonna keep them divided. Now you got this tribe with this tribe, this tribe, this tribe. Now you got them working against each other.
Yeah.
And so this shit's been happening for years. And for some reason, we cannot figure it out as a people on how to come back together. Because everybody is for self. And that's the fucked up part about this whole black nation. Cause it's like it's no fixing it. We can sit
frustrating,
here.
man.
We can sit here and have 50 million fucking podcasts. As long as I can get, as long as we can reach at least 10 folks, I don't even care. We reach somebody, but the whole thing is.
And you know what, Willie Lynch, shout out to you because you came in front of them over there to the islands and showed them Americans how to chastise their slaves, and we still stuck in that same mindset. So shout out to you. Anyway,
He wrote the book, man.
anyway.
You know, did you just shout out Willie?
You know,
I said when the Lynch read a letter, it was just a letter. It wasn't a real person.
It was a letter.
I just read the book.
I worked overseas, and it's not just the United States; it's worldwide. I mean, can you imagine if all the countries in Africa came together?
Oh.
They got all the resources.
Oh, the
You know
college
what I'm saying? And if they was just one president, if they weren't so greedy, and that's how you do, you separate them. You have one. Oh, you the president here, or you the king here, and you fighting against each other. That's what I'm saying.
You can't make them little country states.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
Pick one of them
But you
countries
know,
after
but
we start going back to.
the thing about Africa too is that Africa is so it's very disingenuous with because everything is broken down. You got these different corrupt leaders and whatnot.
Yes.
You got things in Africa like coltan that's used to make
There's
cell
Western
phones.
ways.
Yeah.
That you got the and I'm into this. The Chinamen is in Africa right now, taking over Africa. People don't know. They're over there taking over everything.
Yeah.
They buying land. They putting these goddamn loans that they know these Africans can't fucking pay back. Which in all reality, at the end of the day, when they can't pay back, the Chinamen gonna own everything in Africa right now. But
They
you
gonna
know,
call that tab up.
nobody care.
Yeah, that's well documented.
Nobody
That's
care.
what I think we should have been doing as America, as African Americans. I think that's what we should have been doing. Is deciding
We
that-
tried that
You
though,
got-
right? 1921 in Tulsa, right?
Yeah.
Black Wall
Black
Street,
Wall
right?
Street,
Yeah,
yeah.
500 plus black-owned businesses, doctor, lawyers, the whole nine.
So I got-
They bombed that
I
joint.
got a question for everybody. So, for a lot of people right now, people got passports. You know, you guys are military, been overseas and whatnot. So, what's the issue with African Americans or people from our country, United States, who
Not
just
one
don't have no type of inspiration to go back to Africa? Because, like I said, I'm getting married in May. Shout out to my fiance. I want to go to Angola. I'm gonna go to Angola for the honeymoon. Motherfucker don't want to go to Africa. I ain't going over there. But that's common when you talk to people. Oh, I ain't going over there. They don't like us. This, that, the
But
third.
that's not the truth.
Exactly.
That's definitely what you
I've
hear.
been over there,
But it's sad.
but
man.
they tell a different story though.
What about a source of insecurity? Again, my mind just go. I mean, just as a black man, is there not a source of insecurity
From
from the American? Because I'm
yeah,
American.
us going that way.
Right, yeah, they look
You're
at
not
you
the
like,
original black
yeah,
man.
you're American, you didn't fight, you didn't come back, you
But
know,
see,
so you don't even
that's
get
where-
faced with that. You don't want to face your
That's
own.
where knowledge comes in at. So you obtain your own knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And you find your own truth.
Right.
That's how you get in tune with your third eye. You feel me? But hey, let's wrap up episode 7, man. Let's pick this back up though. Let's pick this back up. You know what I'm
It was a good
saying? And
We talked about
hopefully
Kaepernick
we
too
can
long.
get this other light skinned guy on the end to talk a little bit more.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? He was a little
know.
quiet. He was a little
You
reserved.
good, man?
today.
You go to Johannesburg, dog. You good.
You know what I'm saying?
From the coast.
Yeah.
Yeah, we out, man. You know, go ahead and start out, Ernie. Tell them who you are, man. Tell them to check you out, your social media and all that good stuff, you know.
Hey man, don't put that guy at the end on mine, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm Hully Gully, and you know I'm signing off.
Man, y'all know me, billionaire in the making, at DJ TJ Nice everywhere.
Hey man, it's your boy T. I'm Black First. I ain't got no social media. Next Tuesday I will be here on time because I would love to keep this going, but
should
us
want black people time,
black
man.
brothers.
CP time.
Oh man, you know what it is, Mark, man. Philly Kingdom, eat, y'all know.
Oh, Jay Snook, the Barber, Genuine Cuts, Instagram, Facebook, however you want to holler at me, I'm there. And then this guy.
This guy here, Charles, of course, Ohio.
You want to put all that?
Yeah, yeah.
Let you have your minute. My fault.
Represent.
The second best fisher.
Second. To who?
Mouth There he is. There
Going
he
to
is.
eat fights. Follow me at Mouth Right Fishing. See you at the top. At the bottom. Much too crowded, baby. Holla.